The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is happening? Good evening, good morning, whatever time it is where you are. Hello. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. It's time for coffee and gaming, maybe some late night gaming, whatever you please. With me as always is my buddy, the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans, and welcome to a late night gaming. Although for me, it's the middle of the day, although it's dark because it's just clouded over.
Yeah. So we're just having some fun, hanging out, having a good time. If you're watching this on YouTube, sorry, but it's not live. All right. But if you're watching this on Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, or any of David's situation, we're live, right? Meow. I see one person watching over on Facebook on the men's room and one person watching on the Emperor of Elves Facebook account. So thanks for coming. Drop a comment, drop a like, share this to your social media. We would greatly appreciate it. There we go. We're finally live on Rumble. Hey, Rumble. How you doing? I don't know what was going on, but every time I hit refresh, it didn't do anything. So, Rumble, what's up? How you doing? If you're seeing this on YouTube, I'm on vacation, which I just said that, but I'm telling you now that I'm on vacation. So we're pre-recording. We're gonna have some fun, hang out, and have a good time. We might have some visitors stop by soon. I don't really know. I'll put it out there. Everybody's welcome to come. That sounded dirty, but whatever. Let's see. Anime Night is busy on a live stream, I think. So he probably won't be here. Other than that, we're just we're chillaxing. So, David, what are you up to, man? How's your evening?
Pretty good. I was just chilling, having a coffee, and just doing my usual editing on my book. So just taking time out from my busy schedule of being the pretend multi-millionaire. You can pretend all you want when the bills are due. It's a different story.
All right. Shared that on Truth Social, which we are on Truth Social. We are the men's room at the men's room on Truth Social. Yeah. So I've shared those out. Let's see.
Everybody's complaining about Twitter, but every social media is down by every metric.
Oh, yeah.
The only person whose social media account has grown in the last 12 months, I don't mean a few followers. By growth, I mean, because social media's hit a plateau. All the people who are going to follow the Kardashians are following them. They're never going to stop. All the people who follow Taylor Swift, they're never going to stop. We have entered the age of idiots, where people aren't trying new things, not reading books. It's a downhill slide of moron mentality. And people complain. I say, well, if you want something different, well, how about this, DC? Vote, stop complaining and vote for a different government.
Yeah.
I mean, if you keep getting more of the same, why do you keep voting for more of the same?
Exactly. Exactly. But, I mean, such is life. I guess that's just what we're used to. I don't know.
I know. But growing up, if people didn't like what was on TV, they changed the channel. These days, they go on YouTube, rant about it, trend it, and everybody watches it. And then everybody complains about it.
Yep.
And meanwhile, all the good stuff that people like can't get attention. 20 games came out this month rated better than Call of Duty. None of them hit 1 million sales because everybody's complaining about Call of Duty.
Yep.
The millennials seem to be, I mean, in Generation X, if you didn't like something, you didn't buy it. Medal of Honor, they changed Medal of Honor, people stopped buying it. But the millennials, they just seem to latch onto one thing and then they stick to it for their entire lifetime. And it's like, the only kind of people who do that are called morons.
Exactly. You tell them, David.
You ask for new, you get new, and you complain about it. You say Star Wars is stale. Now, whether you like the changes or not, yes, some of the changes were bad writing. But to make 555,000 videos saying Kathleen Kennedy's about to be fired, ha ha! Well, you're laughing all the way to the bank while all the fucking idiots just sit there and watch the same video every day and just wonder why nothing changes.
Exactly.
Now, if something's good, yes, it'll get a 20-year run. Yes, it will have a big audience. But unfortunately, the majority of the time, look at Overwatch 2, no matter how many times you were betrayed, it finally took the company coming out and saying, we're never going to give you what you want, for you to finally give up on Overwatch 2. Everybody been telling you for months, the only way they're going to stop making garbage is you stop paying for it.
I feel you. I do feel you, man.
We can't have every game Red Dead Redemption. We can't have every game Baldur's Gate. We can't have every game Star Wars Battlefield, okay? They got Star Wars Battlefield, they got hyper excited, and then they wanted another one. And when they got another one, they didn't like it. They spat the dummy because there was a difference.
Yep.
And the thing is, they'll play a video game for 60 hours and then complain the book's too long. You know, it takes less time to read most books than it does to play most modern video games.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, if you think about it, most modern video games have a lot of content.
What are they?
Well, Baldur's Gate. You'd actually easily rack up 1,000 hours on Diablo 4. True, most of the content is stuff getting progressively hard, but it's a very big map. There's lots of busy work. I mean, the strange thing is, as much as you look at Red Dead Redemption, it doesn't have that much busy work. You want to craft your gun, you don't have to go out and find 50,000 things before you can craft your gun. And you don't have to craft your gun. You don't have to do the Master Hunter's Challenge.
Right, I'm getting ready to start at level 4. Call an animal and get a clean kill 5 times. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. But the thing is, you can do lots of side content in Baldur's Gate. Some of the best games now are like 20 years old. Skyrim, people still go back and play that. That's got thousands of hours of content in it. I forget the name of the game. It looks rather simplistic, But there are people who have been playing open world games for like 20 years. I'm not saying not to like what you like. I'm talking about the people who complain they keep getting more of the same. And then they go out and buy more of the same. Something wrong with my screen. Is it me or is Red Dead Redemption? Oh yeah, it's a little dark.
It looks good on the stream. I'm watching the Rumble.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that one?
Yep.
That's
1 of 5. Come on now. Where's another one? Of course, that was a big rifle, so I've probably just scared like everything.
Yes. God.
So, today I got the wonderful idea that maybe we should start live streaming during the day. And I'm not necessarily sure it's going to work. During my 4th live stream today, which yes, I did 4 live streams, which that probably isn't going to help my channel. During the live stream, the internet itself dipped, and I lost signal. And when it came through, everything was gone. When it came back through, it started me where it picked back up.
Just presumed. Like there was no gap, right?
No, there was. It missed the beginning.
Yeah. Ah.
That blasted too far. That'd have been cool if I could have got all 3 of them.
Well, he's running around like a like a like a rabid raccoon. Oh, come on, Rumble.
There's all kinds of weird stuff going on up in the woods. That's strange.
Rumble's slowly loading. Oh.
Do what?
Okay. Rumble finally loaded.
Oh,
and
okay.
it popped up. I've got a new follower, and I thought, oh wait a minute, I was gonna. It sounded wrong because it said, I said, you got a new follower? Why are they telling me? Oh wait, it's my channel. Yes. So I'm watching your channel, and I'm getting a notification that I got a new follower on mine. Took me a moment to sink in. That's all.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at 13 followers now. Because for some reason, most of the people who followed me follow my main account, not my page. I'm starting to think channels are a waste of time. Because why did they lock you out of channels? I don't know.
I don't get it either. I haven't figured out what's the deal with that.
So they got you to sign up, right? Then they said, get some followers and they'll give you a channel. But then when you move your content to your channel, the followers don't move with it. They stay on your... They stay
You've
where
got to
they
build...
are.
Yeah, you got to build the channel.
And then you've got to build the
kind
channel,
of
but the people don't move.
Yep.
This is what I'm saying before about
but
the
your
moron
content,
mentality.
your content shows up on both places.
Sometimes. Depends on your sync, yeah.
Oh, I haven't had any issues. Like right now it says I'm live on both.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I'm just annoyed. What's the point of having a channel? There's nothing to... I guess it's for people like Steven Crowder who don't want their main channel, their main ID, their sock puppet account to be known.
I reckon, yeah.
So when they comment on your channel, you don't know who it is.
It makes sense.
It also makes sense because you don't want somebody going around the internet crying, hey, I got a like from Steven Crowder. And it's like, yes, so. I'm so over this so-called influence culture. Like, you go around the street, man on the street, like, ask idiots idiot questions, and they give you idiot answers, and like nothing changes after a decade of watching these shows. I'm just over it, you know. I don't want ineffective. I don't. All these people making lots of money, entertaining people, but nothing's changed. You know what I mean? Things just keep slowly getting worse.
Yeah. I mean, you're right about that because everybody and their brother wants to be an influencer. I mean, hello. We're live on YouTube right now. Well, not YouTube for here, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. It is quite annoying because everybody, like I just said, you know, everybody wants to be famous.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to put the work in, and some people don't.
That's true. But the problem is that far too often you have to pay somebody else money to get advertising and to get followers and the sponsorship money. You know, you got to be willing to, some things you got to be willing to sell your soul for, you know? Like I'll take video games. You want early access and to get lots of views, you have to sell your soul and praise these companies and advertise their worst games, play their worst games, hype their worst games, buy their merch even, you know, and sit there on streams in their merch, you know, covered in their overpriced, you know, their $200 Bethesda watch, a $50 Ubisoft t-shirt and a $25 Ubisoft cap, and there's no guarantee they're even going to see it. But if you don't do it, they'll never select you. You know what I mean? They'll select it in, and just because there are now too many people doing the streaming every year. It's like, I'll pick, say, League of Legends. There are better games out there now. But because millennials stick to what they know and don't change their habit, are so belligerent when it comes to trying something new, that, yeah, because they're afraid of change. They're afraid of something different. That's why so many people complaining about Star Wars, even when they don't make garbage content. I'm not saying Ahsoka was good, but I'm saying one of the problems is people keep complaining about Star Wars and get lots of views from people who merely want to watch you complain about Star Wars. I guess it's what the customer wants. So, don't. But my point is, they complain that they can't get new or better stuff. Well, that's because you keep making Star Wars trend. It's like complaining about the 5th time they make a Beauty and the Beast movie, and you're complaining as you come out of the movie. Well, they're going to make a 6th one because you went and saw it. Then they're going to make a 7th and an 8th, and eventually they're going to make one that's so terrible nobody goes. But then what happens? They complain about it and make it trend.
And I wonder why. Like, why do people? Well, I guess I just answered their own question. I guess everybody wants to hear.
It gets them. Unfortunately, it gets them views. If it didn't get them views, if they wanted something different, the problem is the people who complain about Star Wars are complaining it's different, and
well, to an extent, it's because
having talked to some of them, yeah, they're complaining that they didn't get the story they wanted. Well, yes, and Kathleen Kennedy knows that. She used Rogue Squadron and other familiar names to Star Wars fans, right, to lure them in. Like Thorn.
Was it the story they wanted, or was it a bad story in general?
Both.
Both?
Because if it was better than the story they knew about Thrawn, it probably would have worked. But it was less. It wasn't Thrawn. It's like, I'm not saying bad. I guess I'm saying it was too different. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Say you knew somebody who was really into making YouTube videos. You make friends with them, make videos with them, but suddenly one day they want to do baseball. But you've been doing coffee and gaming, and now they want to be a baseball channel. The fans who have been coming to coffee and gaming aren't here for baseball.
Right. See, I had a conversation about this earlier. I've got a buddy of mine who is into FX, not what's the word I'm looking for? Like makeup, like special effects.
Yes.
Like movie makeup and stuff like that. Yeah. But he's also interested in outdoor stuff. And I was like, well, you really should make 2 different channels. And I was like, because your makeup and effects channel would be, your fans of makeup. I mean, makeup sounds so girly, but you know what I mean.
Special effects of movie.
Movie effects like burns and wounds and people that are going to watch that when they see that you upload something for like making outdoor living, they're going to unsubscribe because they're going to be expecting
I've made that mistake. That's why I have 2 patrons now. I made the mistake of having 1 patron. I made the mistake before of having 1 Facebook.
Hooch, you better get off the edge.
It's easy to have everything in one basket. because you think, oh, well, sometimes it works, but, it's not like, but yeah, a lot of people are finding that if they put their gaming on their main channel, they lose their audience, because people are look, over half the people are going to be watching on a phone. They don't see the description on the phone. They just see the thumbnail.
Right.
So they've got to click on it to know what it is. And of course, it'll autoplay. And that will annoy them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Rumble, I see there's 2 people watching. Several clicks.
Whenever somebody,
Go ahead and hit that thumbs up.
People are promising me the world and saying, look, buy subscribers. Here, I've got a list. All these people got a list, man. I'm sick and tired of gatekeepers. I'm sick and tired of people letting others rule what they like. I watched the channel once and I didn't like the video. I gave it a thumbs down. And you know what YouTube did? They pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. I even said, don't recommend this channel. And they kept recommending me this channel. I forget what it was called, but it was some Zoomer or something doing from India, and he was speaking Hindi over the top of the gaming. And I see, on the first game when he was playing Command and Conquer, he was speaking English. I'm pretty fine with that. But then he starts speaking Hindi in every other game since, and it's like, oh, dude, stop it. And so, like, I get it. He's Indian. He has a bigger audience in India, and he's speaking to his audience. So I can't watch the game on mute. I can't, So I'm just done with it. He's talking over the top of the game in a language I don't understand. And why is he talking over the top of, what's he talking about? It's just, some games you want the sound effects. And I'm surprised how many League of Legends players, you hardly see them play League of Legends. All they're doing is screaming about other players and how useless they are. I don't get it. Most of these players have been, a lot of the top streamers have been caught cheating. It's gotten so bad with Call of Duty that and Halo that the companies have given up. They know, but they don't want to. They know if they ban a top streamer, they lose audience, so they're stuck. But it's amazing how many of these top streamers only last a few years. I mean, all the garbage and drama just seems to attract attention. It's like, well, if you want a better world, you have to change the channel. You have to support people who, well, I guess, that's the thing. People are drawn to drama and negativity, Just look at the news.
Yeah. Everybody's addicted, I think it seems, to the news.
I forget, what was it, yesterday? A 13-year-old reaches into it, tells somebody to get out of the car and reaches into his waistband. And he gets shot in the center of the chest by a federal officer.
Dang.
And, of course, the first thing to do is rally around and say, oh, guns, yet again, gun violence. It's like, this kid had been arrested, was 13 and had been arrested 9 times. How many times do they have to commit a crime before you put people in jail? Well, sometimes they just, if you keep doing the same thing, You're going to keep getting the same results. Kids have learnt they can lie. Activists lie. Almost everybody is lying, and everybody knows it's a lie, but goes along with the lie because they don't want to be called mean names and excluded from the group. But the problem is, these inclusive mobs are not inclusive, and they have admitted they're not inclusive. And they don't care what you think of them. So why should you care what they think of you? They hate you. They have nothing but contempt. They are history's sore losers.
I've got things to attend. Don't slow me down. Oh, you want to live in a pine box, do you?
Really? Wait, what was that?
It's a whitetail and an elk. So I'm gonna I want to try to get over next to that rock over here, to where I can get a little closer. And then I'm gonna go pow.
See, some
I've
of the
got one
mistakes
more.
I've made was listening to others. When I was doing game development, I came up with the idea for a stealth game. The publisher said it wouldn't work. And then, of course, later when stealth games took off, too little too late, you know?
Either you're roboting or roboting.
I think I don't know.
You got worms up there. Put it down. It ain't scaring nobody.
Ah, dude. Man, you jerks.
What the heck? Well, I think I'm roboting.
David, did you see that?
I saw that. They rode over the top of you almost. Man, screw you, Facebook. Well, I'm talking to myself and I didn't even realize it. Oh, well. Somebody's going to make up some glib statement. Oh. Oh, right. Getting SMS messages? Yeah, I'm still on. Seth has just messaged me that he's crashed. And it says here, yeah, I'm still live. It looks like I'm still live on Rumble. But I'm waiting for the delay to catch up and see whether or not. See, sometimes the delay will stay on for a while. And so far it's still on. Yeah, so far it's still on. So if you could get the we could get back on. Oh, he's rebooting. Right, okay. He's on his phone, but he's got to reboot his system. So he'll be back. Don't tune out. Don't panic. We'll be back. So in the meantime, yeah, I mentioned that there are actually 20 games rated better than Call of Duty that nobody plays or nobody's heard of. And the problem is, like I said before, is people complain that there's all these good games out there that nobody's playing. There's all these good books out there that nobody's reading. But the people doing the complaining are complaining about Battlefield or FIFA or, like I said, the problem is too many people will stick to the one thing and complain about, and they'd rather complain about it than change. For some reason. Yeah. Most of them are also PC games. That's also another problem because less than more and more people play phone games. More and more people have consoles, PC, Xbox. Sorry, let's say again. PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Right? There are together amount to the same amount of gamers as PC, but there are more phone gamers than PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC put together. Space Court, another PC game. Barbarian, Switch, iOS, and PC. Embrace. There are a lot of games here that I don't know on this list. Wintermore Tactics. Welcome to Elk is an Xbox game about a tiny Scandinavian island of Elk and a 20-something woman named Frigg. And it's a kind of openish world, adventure-ish. Of course, there are board games that people haven't heard of. Why? Because they play Trivial Pursuit or Monopoly.
All right, everything's back up.
Right. Nothing.
That was weird.
You just glitched out.
Yeah, dude, like it started going crazy and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And then it kicked me out of the booth. And I was like, thanks, I think. And it reset the remote play, which I mean it's fine. The PlayStation stayed on. I texted my wife and was like, "Did we lose internet?" And she said, "Yeah, because it messed the TV up too."
So it was actually your end.
Yeah, it was the internet.
I thought I was the one heading for a crash, and then suddenly I realized, wait a minute, there's no sound, and then yeah, your sound went first, which was weird.
Yeah, man, there was a big elk, and I was going after it, and these two dudes on horses showed up, and was like, "Hey, move out of the way! What are you fixing to do with that thing?" And I'm like, "Dude, shut up!"
Well, what am I fixing to do with it? Turn around, bend over, and find out. Put my foot up your ass. Mind you, there are people that dumb in real life, so it's not like it's a video game phenomenon.
Done.
Whoa, right between the eyes.
That was a good one.
I actually like the little throwback of the head on impact.
Yeah, that was crazy. Master Hunter 5, Skin 3 Black. Oh, that sounded bad. All I could see was Skin 3 Black, and then it stopped and went away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. Skin 3 Black or Grizzly? Man, I've skinned like a bajillion. How is this now a challenge?
Probably because it doesn't unlock until you activate it.
Alright, Hooch, where you at?
Oh, crap.
Son of a biscuit.
too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some will say that I'm just angry, but
Why are you angry?
I'm not. I'm just disappointed that humanity just keeps complaining about stuff, and when you say, "Well, do something different," they just stare at you as if you ask them to, as if their world was coming to an end.
Yeah. Hey, there's 8 people watching over on Rumble. Comment, say hello. Come on, Hooch, where you at? There you are.
Jeez, you really went
Okay,
far.
Missy, it's a boy.
No, it's a girl.
It's a
It was
man.
established. No, it's a man.
It's a man. This is Hooch.
Yep.
He's my buddy.
And one of these days, your buddy in a baseball cap and gym shorts is going to show up in a dress. Now, do you believe me, I'm a woman? No. You're always Hooch is a boy, no matter what. I'm pregnant. Oh, you're not Hooch then. It's a shame that some of these challenges are overlaps of stuff you've already done. But then again, beats repeating the same other stuff. Well, some 2023 games are finally starting to make it into the most played list of 2023. And he's off again. What? Counter-Strike 2, Go, Minecraft, Fortnite, Roblox. I think Roblox is the 23. I think Counter-Strike 2 is actually is that a re-release? What's going on with that? Counter-Strike 2 and Go. It's a live service game that keeps getting updated. Yeah, Counter-Strike a Google game number. Yeah. So, yeah, the original game was published in 2012.
Piece of junk.
Piece of junk, yeah. So the most popular game of 2023 so far has been Counter-Strike, and it was published in 2012. You got League of Legends and Fortnite and Minecraft.
What is that? What game are you talking about?
I said the most popular games right now, Counter-Strike, but I'm saying a few more 2023 games have started to make the list, like Baldur's Gate. But Grand Theft Auto is still on the list. Rainbow Six,
Yeah.
Apex Legends. Starfield's finally made the top 20. The FIFA games made the top 20. Diablo 4 is just creeping into the top 20. Genshin Impact's still on the list. It's been falling. It used to be number 1. League of Legends used to be number 1. It took over for a while. It's fallen to 5. Cyberpunk 77 has climbed back up to 6.
I'm interested in playing the game once I get a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. But I said,
that'll be fun.
It's just got frustrating moments because they said they made it deliberately hard. But the problem is some people get it easy because of the RNG, you know?
Yeah. Fast travel.
And it depends on, and everything depends on builds. And a lot of people I know who, I've read it, you know, the cheats behind streaming, you know. If you pay attention, you'll notice that a lot of people doing these, especially Cyberpunk, a lot of people doing these missions, making it look easy. Well, look at look at their level. They're level 20 in a level 5 area. So of course they're going to one-shot kill everything. Probably not even earn any experience doing it. But they'll get experience from the mission completes. And they'll get all the unlocks. Shame you don't have a PC because this game is you could probably play all the you'd probably spend 20 years on Red Dead Redemption add-ons.
Yeah.
But then again, people right now, they're either clout chasing or watching League of Legends or see it or Counter-Strike Go. Like a 20-year-old game. Actually, you'd probably be good at Counter-Strike. Because it's pretty much an action shooter.
What's it for?
The problem is I think it's only PC.
Oh. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Counter-Strike Global Offensive 2012. Premium match. They've now and again released a few updates for it, some maps and skins. It's one of the first games that had skins. Valve hasn't released the PS4 version of it yet, and they believe it's too late to release one now. Even though a bunch of games are coming to PS4 still. Believe it or not, there is actually a PS3 release for Counter-Strike.
I don't even have a PS3.
Yeah. I don't think you can run PS3 games, can you? Or only some of them?
Do what?
Isn't there a problem with compatibility between the different PlayStations?
Yeah. But from what I understand, the PS5 is going to have backwards compatibility. Which means you can play anything.
Yeah. I think that's only because it has a brute force emulator.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's not because the chip is super fantastic, but because they've got a secondary chip that adds all the, that picks up all the incompatible stuff and fixes it on the fly.
Yeah.
But one of the problems between PS2, 3, and 4 is the fact they've got different encryptions. Again, that's another reason why the PS5 is so expensive, because it's got to brute force, its emulation of other, and it's got to decrypt so many different things, which is why a lot of games are saying, "Here's a PS5 version." From a marketing standpoint, it's better for them to put out a PS5 update rather than letting people complain about saying, "Look how crappy this game's running on my PS5," And Sony should have thought of that. But Sony wasn't making money on the PlayStation 3. They were making money on the sale of games. So when they came out with the 4, they did the same thing. They put everything, they re-released everything as PlayStation 4 versions, and because the encryption is different and some of the system functions are different, you can't exactly, they did that on purpose. So some older games will play, but not some of the newer games. They deliberately did that so that some of the people would have to rebuy the same stuff. And I think that's where people are falling into the habit. Every year, it's November, I buy Call of Duty, expecting that they can't play Call of Duty again, if they don't do it. But meanwhile, people laugh in Counter-Strike, And there are actually games that reset every 12 months and people buy them.
Please, come on.
Oh, I got it. I don't need it because it's a pour.
But you got the...
I got the point.
You got the challenge, yeah, got the points.
All right, girl.
I get the food off of it. So that's cool.
Well, that's the point of hunting. It's not the kill, it's the food.
Yeah.
And if you think it is the kill, please seek help. I saw a good takedown of South Park the other day. First off, they don't make seasons anymore. They make specials. And they don't make many of them. Two,
I was noticing that.
Their scathing attack on Kathleen Kennedy wasn't even half of the show. Not even a quarter. It was like a B story. The actual main story was Kathleen Kennedy and Cartman finding out they're trapped in an alternative universe and working together to get out. And then they realize that they both fed into each other's hatred. That Cartman was the one writing all these letters, and in response, Kathleen Kennedy, to appease the angry mob, kept changing everything to meet Cartman's angry letters.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a scathing attack of Kathleen Kennedy. It was a get out of jail free card saying, it's not Kathleen, it's the angry mob. And if the angry mob stopped complaining, Kathleen would make better content because she would actually focus, because she wouldn't be chasing trends and releasing content 2 years later when people have forgotten all about the stuff that they said they wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
So South Park wasn't that big of a deal, and a lot of people are very disappointed right now because they've finally seen the episode. But the thing is, they saw the episode after watching everybody praise South Park. God, it's like all the people who praised the Simpsons Halloween special, and so everybody went out and watched it and were very severely disappointed that only one out of the 5 stories was actually good. What a shock, right?
Yeah.
Because they were expecting a Halloween special, not a lecture from Lisa. And I don't even think it was that big of a deal. I just think it was one and done, gone, But I know some things can ruin an entire show. One bad scene can ruin an entire series. But see, kids, once upon a time there was this thing called before the internet, and before the internet, TV executives made the TV shows they wanted, and they didn't get the ratings until a year later, and they're already like halfway through their 3rd or 5th season before they decide to cancel the show. I mean, some shows ran 3 seasons, some ran 5 before. I mean, there are a lot of bad TV shows that just never stopped. Bad content is not new. The thing is, did you know how many TV shows were greenlit this year? 530. Most of them are never going to be seen by the general public. Now I get it. There is probably an audience out there for all of them. But to complain you have nothing else to watch? Please. And now, thanks to all these idiots supporting streaming services, we now have worse than cable.
Yeah. Dude, that's one thing, like, I really enjoyed streaming at first. Now it's just not.
Because streaming used to be good. It used to be what you want, when you want it. Now, because there's too much content and people are paying to push their content out in front, people are getting recommended stuff they don't even watch. Oh, what's on this week? Oh, it's Halloween. All the Halloween stuff has been pushed. But where's all the stuff I subscribe to? Scroll. Recommended. Highly recommended. Where's the stuff I subscribe to?
One thing I've been thinking, I wish there was a setting that I could go in and change what I see as like advertisements.
Yeah, they actually tried that. I think Facebook and Google tried that as well. In my interests and stuff like that. The problem is, most people just tried to tune out as much advertising as possible. Don't recommend this, don't recommend this, don't recommend this on everything that came up.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind seeing advertisements, but it's what I see advertisements of is what I want to change. I'd like to be able to pick my own advertisements.
Yeah. Basically, they give you a long list of brands and say, pick 20.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, like, it's this time of year what really has me bothered because it's constantly scary movies and stuff that I don't want. Because anytime you turn on Netflix, the very first thing that pops up is
Halloween shit.
the advertisement of something that they're promoting. It's usually scary, and my kids don't need to see that.
Most kids don't want to see it.
No,
They want to see. They want to see funny, scary, like
yeah.
They don't want to see. The problem is now you get people complaining that we're pushing the stereotypes of ugly people being scary and evil. Well, duh.
Well, I'm just careful of what my kids see because I don't want
Yeah.
them to see things that are gonna bother them.
Mentally, the stuff you have to have a sit down conversation with that you're not ready to have because they're not ready to have it.
That too, but also just scary stuff. You know, like I don't need them to see advertisements of horror where they got blood covered people and just things that would bother them.
Yeah. Still, I think the golden age produced so much content, and originally when they produced all this content, they thought they were going to sit back and survive on the residuals. The problem is they didn't read their contracts, and they were only getting 6 reruns. They're only getting residuals of 6 reruns. And see, the gatekeepers like Soul Sachs, they were selling the shows really, really cheap, so the residuals were really, really low. But over time, as the reruns repeated and repeated, he was increasing the price each cycle. But it didn't matter because they only got the money off the first 6 cycles, and he got money off the 20 cycles. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think, if you like something, you you you're fine to watch it, and I'm talking about when people watch something and then complain about it, and next week they're back watching it.
Yeah.
Those are the people who need to learn to change the channel, learn to try new things, and learn that if something is the most complained about show on TV, don't watch it to find out how bad it is. And don't watch YouTube channels on how bad something is if you're just going to watch it and then complain about how bad something is. I mean, and then wonder why Disney keep making garbage content. Because it's cheaper than making good content. I have spoken on this for lengthy periods, lots of times to people, and on YouTube and this channel, that Disney wants to make the most amount of money from doing the least amount of work. And that some people have zero experience at anything other than bullying people. They become executives because they get others who work hard than they, and to squeeze as much out of people as they can. They have zero remorse for all the damage they've done to people's lives or artistic integrity, because the audience doesn't care about artistic integrity. They want the story they want. So the artist has to struggle and follow trends and tropes.
Yeah.
And eventually it comes down to one company making the same content over and over again because millennials won't change the channel. They won't buy something new. They won't buy something different. In fact, right now, you can go to discount stores all across the United States, Europe, America, Asia, and find Disney toys by the bucket load. It shows half of you have never heard of. Disney is in a panic because they admit they've made too much content. They haven't allowed or accounted for repeat viewing. They haven't even finished advertising campaigns for their merch before the new next show comes out, which has Lucasfilm fuming because soon after Ahsoka finished, another Loki dropped, and not even as Loki's not even finished, and they're advertising the next TV show. Because because Disney is part of a package and a streaming deal, they now have to cross advertise, and they got so much content. I think that was best about Netflix. When Netflix started, I never saw an ad for another show, ever. It used to be like old YouTube. Remember old YouTube? You just have videos that you subscribe to. And if you wanted something different, you actually had to type it in and find something. You had to try new stuff. But then people got lazy and started clicking on the recommended. So Netflix, behind the scenes, started checking down at showrunners for recommendations, putting 5 stars on stuff that nobody's seen yet.
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh, God, you didn't die.
He did.
You went underwater and you didn't die. That was like, I was just... What?
I was right on the bank.
Yeah. You was just so lucky then.
Hooch, dude, I cannot come over there.
Crikey's Hooch. Wait, is Hooch moving?
Yeah, Hooch ran back across. Idiot. Yep. Oh, dude, this is going to suck.
You're going to have to find a crossing.
That's way away.
It's too deep to cross. Wait, is that Hooch coming?
Yeah, she going up.
She's going up. So
there she goes. She's coming across.
Yeah. Right. Found the crossing. Man, that was like right on the edge. I just didn't see it until you're right on top of it, and then you're underwater, and I was thinking you were gone.
Yeah.
You're a good girl now.
You remember old Netflix before the recommended and all that? If you wanted something, you could go through a list. Everything was categorized. You could get a proper synopsis of every show. Now it's just Stranger Things over and over again. Being pushed and pushed.
Oh, yeah.
Pushed. But before Stranger Things, it was The Wire. And before The Wire, it was The Shield. And before then, it was NCIS. And before that, it was JAG, you know. It's not... What's happening now is not new. It's just people repeating the success of others and trying to make their stuff successful by by faking popularity. If I took, like, some of the people popular today bought themselves, you know, onto cable television before, you know, and they bought followers, and then they bought Instagram followers, and they, you know, it's like some of the people who were first on Twitter, you know, they would just be on Twitter and tweeting away, and didn't matter if you followed them or not. You would see everybody's tweets. even today, old Twitter still leaks through. Now and again, you'll see tweets from people you didn't follow.
Pretty sure I just got that one. The challenge. Because there was 2 black bear right there.
Right. So the screen transitions when you cut up. When screen transitions so quick. Not sure if you got the challenge or not.
Well, we'll see.
Well, yeah, you have to finish it. Finish the challenge this. Yeah.
Yep, got it.
There you go.
Kill 5 cougars with your bow and then oh gosh. Jeez.
We just killed a cougar. Oh, with a bow, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate cougars. I mean, you know, in the game. Not in real life.
Yeah. So this is the thing. We now have YouTube full of people saying that Kathleen Kennedy has been humiliated. Actually, she was seen the other day laughing about when asked about South Park, and she said she'd seen it. Yeah, she was laughing. She'd seen it. She just laughed it off. She don't care. See, the thing is, these people are not there to make money for the company. They are looting these companies. They and their friends realize that the board, if all your friends are on the board and making money, they're not going to stop you from making money if they're making money. And they don't care if the shareholders aren't making money because they can outvote the shareholders in every shareholder meeting. Did you see the shareholder meeting the other day for Disney? They broadcast it, right? 6 people got up on stage and voted down the no confidence vote of Bob Iger. 6 people could vote and come in and tally at 55% of the shareholders. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty much a disaster to be a minority shareholder. It's hit and miss to be a minority shareholder in any company. Because the bigwigs sit on the board, pay them themselves lots of money, and hoover up all the shares. So if you don't like what they do, they just buy you out. Because you're not earning enough each year to do anything to buy more shares. If you have 1 million shares, you probably only afford a few thousand more each year. While they pay themselves millions of dollars and get millions of new shares every year. That's why they keep coming up with these new creative accounting ways of increasing the value of the company.
Ouch.
Did the horse... Oh, big log. Big old log. Well, at least it wasn't a big old alligator.
Let's go, girl.
Right?
Or a cougar. Gosh, if you tripped over and a cougar jumped you, you'd be it. You died.
Yep.
You died a sudden.
We are done for.
Yeah, it was funny the other day. I was watching the news, and they came on and said they finally announced the cause of death for the Chinese premier. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and they're just saying nothing for like a minute, and they say the official cause of death is sudden.
For who?
The death of the Chinese premier. He stepped down 3 months ago. Xi Jinping's deputy, the premier of China.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh no, not again.
No, he died a month ago.
No, my PlayStation froze.
Your PlayStation froze. Yeah, he didn't actually die the other day. He died 3 months ago. He stepped down and died a month later. But then they announced his official cause of death as sudden. And it's like, dude, you're playing us, right? You're playing us.
Whatever it is, like, does not want me playing tonight. My PlayStation just froze up.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. It has to reboot, reload, and we're going to lose another 15 minutes.
Well, the PlayStation, like, the game froze.
Not the PlayStation.
Yeah, because the PlayStation, when I just hit the menu button, it popped up.
Right. So it's not the PlayStation, it's the game that's freezing. Right.
Yeah, it's weird. Man. I hate to cut short. I mean, like, we could just do like a 10:30. Well, we could do like another 12 minutes or so. And that would give me an hour and a half. Or I guess we could just do it. We could just end it now. I mean, just because what?
No, I was just going to ask, are there any other games you are interested in or looking at other than Cyberpunk? I mean, I was actually looking at clearing off my hard drive and trying to load something up again. One of the old Command and Conquer games. So I love playing those.
Well, I'm looking for. I'm getting a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, and I would really like to find some adventure games, kind of like Uncharted. I enjoy those, like story-based kind of game.
Story-based action and adventure games.
Yeah. I don't, I'm not necessarily, I mean, I'll probably buy Uncharted to play for PS5 just because I love them games so much.
Yeah, but is it an update or a release? Because some games, if you own them, you can get an update.
I don't know. I have to look into it. Because, I mean, I know I have them, but see, my PlayStation 4 is technically already sold.
And
I'm just waiting for a PS5.
Yeah. So you got to
If it wasn't for coffee and gaming, I would have already sold the PlayStation, and already collected the money. But I've technically already promised. It's not sold. It's promised.
Yeah. So promise you'll sell it the moment you get your hands on its.
Exactly. So and along with it, like there might be a handful of games that I keep.
Yeah.
I need to look into, is Red Dead Redemption 2 better on the PS5, or should I just keep the version I have?
No, I believe there is an updated version.
And also, what about all the add-ons that I bought, like the horse that I have?
That's the problem. It's linked to that disc, or it's linked to your account. I'm not sure.
Well, see,
it's one or the other?
Does that cross over to the PlayStation 5? Because I want to keep. I mean, I definitely. There's a couple games that I'd like to keep. Not necessarily like the PS4 version, but just update the version. If I can. The Last of Us is a good game to have. Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, Grand Theft Auto is a game that like every gamer should have because it's a great great time saver. Like, not a time saver, a great, like, time waster. You just get on there and mess around.
Yeah.
All right, this thing obviously isn't coming back, so I'm just going to shut her down.
Yeah.
So
It's.
I definitely have research I need to do because I want to find,
Particularly, yeah,
you know, what to keep and what I can get rid of. The guy that I'm selling it to, he's more into like shooter games and stuff like that. He definitely, the reason why that he wants the PlayStation was because he watched a Coffee and Gaming while we were playing Red Dead Redemption. He wants Red Dead Redemption. MD Abar Ali Woy. Well, hello.
Hello.
So he wants that. He's interested in the game. Obviously, I think I'm gonna have to upgrade. Let him just have this one. I don't know if I wanna. I don't know if I wanna keep. Like, I'm gonna talk to him obviously and just be like, hey, look, do you want this? Do you want my saved data? Because I'll just let that stay up on there. You can have the horse and everything. Or do you want me to like delete everything and let you do it? You know. I don't know. But anyway, we're just gonna head on out of here. It's not really worth starting back up. I just finished the challenge. We've got another challenge to work on. It's gonna be a long, I guess. YouTube will be seeing this Saturday, the November 4th. And then we won't be live again for Coffee and Gaming until November 11th. So 12 days from now. See, 7.
Sorry, another GTA
8,
5 leak just dropped, but it's
what's
a
that?
YouTube video. It's a YouTube video. Grand Theft Auto 6 leak, Rockstar's graphics. It's leaks of animation tests from various characters in 4K. But if you're on YouTube, you're not going to see it in 4K, so...
Yeah. Anyway, all right, you guys have a great night.
All
Take
right.
care, and thanks for coming by. See you guys soon. Take care, Twitch and Rumble. All of David's social media. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and watching. YouTube, we'll see you next week. Everybody else, take care. See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.